Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Charlie.
an incarcerated individual at the Leon County Jail. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept charges and consent to this recorded call, press 1. To refuse. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hi, honey. How's it going? Well, going. Yeah, I'm doing okay, honey.
Yeah, no, fine.
Okay, so we are. We're making progress. Making progress. Oh my God. Yeah, but I'm glad we hung up when we did because because some of the places that I did have to get in touch with closed. One of them closed at 2. I mean, I had to get. I thought they closed at 5, and then I said, you know what? That sometimes that's what happens. They'll close early on a holiday weekend. So, Charlie, I'm here. Yeah, Dad is with me.
Hey, Dad, how are you?
Okay.
Oh, you want to ask him?
Yeah, I spoke to Benjamin H.
You know?
Have you spoken to him? Have you spoken to him?
Yeah. Have you spoken to him recently?
No, it's been forever since I spoke to him.
Okay. I spoke to him, and
I want to ask if he has. Do you have a lawyer's line with him?
do you have a lawyer's line?
Only if he registered himself with the Leon County Jail. If he did, then I did.
Okay, we have to find out. We'll call him back and see what he's going on.
I'll call him back and I'll ask him because there was a couple of decisions that I didn't feel comfortable making without talking to you. And then I said, you know what, Benjamin, I'd like you to talk to Charlie. And he said, okay. So I'll call him back. I'll set it up and I'll find out if he has the number.
Yeah, if you want. I have his cell phone. Do you have his cell phone?
Yeah, you must have had.
I have it.
That's what you had told this morning.
Yeah, that's what
Do you want to ask him if he's registered here at the Leon County Jail? I mean, I could try calling him. It'll say on the recording. It's
Do that. Hang up on me.
Now, wait a second. Let me send him a text.
Okay.
Let me see if I have. Give it a second. I got to go on this.
That's okay.
You just have to be registered as an attorney.
Yeah, they register with their bar number. Good to go. Ben PPL. Yeah, I got him. 816-379-8626.
I'll check it 1 minute.
Hold on. He's just texting him.
I just want to finish the text.
Give him a minute.
I'm saying text.
Yeah. Let me see if that's the thing. That's what I'm doing right now. Oh, I got that. Okay. Yeah, that's his mobile, the 816 number.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his mobile.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll wait for his text. Okay. So.
Yeah, I don't know if he's registered. Don't know if he's registered.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so I took care of that.
We'll wait for.
And I sent Ramsey a couple. I think I told you I sent him a text.
Okay, we're still waiting.
waiting for an answer there.
Yeah, he spent an hour on the phone with me yesterday talking about stuff. So,
Oh, okay. So you're cool.
he was, yeah, I mean, he's responsive. He feels horrible about what's happened. And he's going to help out any way he can. He's on board. Because I know he's a busy guy. And it's funny, I've spoken so much to him over the last 2-3 years. Like, I mean, he's really a good guy. He's really smart lawyer. Like, it's funny, I called him for the first time over the weekend after I testified.
Yeah.
Just to catch up with them and be like, Ramsey, I need to get a drink with you. In 2 weeks, we're going to get together. I promise you, I can't wait to see you. And we get together. And I talked to him a million times on the phone. I never met him in person. I was always, I really met him in person. But it's funny, I've actually spent enough time talking to him to go through all this over the years. Like, actually, one time I actually feel like someone's my friend and I've never really met them in person my whole life. It's really, really weird. First time I could ever say I think someone's my friend and I've never met them in person, but we've spent a tremendous amount of time talking. He's always been there. The nice guy. I said, when I get out of here in a week, it's give me like a week or two, and I promise you we're going to get together. I was sure, but like, I was so sure. I would never have called on this past weekend. Like,
so I got, I spoke to Gary also, and he's going to.
You didn't check the email to see if it came in yet?
No, I didn't check the email.
Okay.
I'm only going to call Gary Conan from Florida. I'm not going to call him until like.
Oh, I know.
Catch up in the middle of the day.
Yeah. No.
He's a good person for me. Are you fine with that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. Hold on. Was he fine with that? We didn't get that back yet. We're waiting for something else. We haven't had a chance to ask him that yet.
Okay. No worries.
Okay.
No, I'm doing better. I spoke to Sky. I had the wrong phone number for Sky. I was calling her work number for like last 2 months. That's why I haven't spoken to her.
Uh-huh.
And she was telling me that. Yeah. She was telling me that she was following the Holland trial. And she saw everything. So she was telling me she was talking to Fran, and they were all really upset. And saw everything.
Yeah.
I'm working in Atlanta right now. She's on the phone. But she's talking to her a little while.
Yeah.
She said to me, she said, did you ask her to change the venue? Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. I mean, look, Dan told me a long time ago that he was told by somebody
that he was told what?
He was told that this is the biggest trial in Tallahassee since Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
And it's in the law and order city.
Yeah.
Order. State capital, Florida State, law and order. Like, good luck holding somebody who's not going to be either family members in law enforcement, friends that are in law enforcement, or affiliated with Florida State. Like,
Gary was telling me about a case that he did in that kind of general area of the country, medical malpractice. And he said, listen, if it was in Miami, it would have been settled for a certain amount, and that would have been it. But he said there, it was denied. Nothing was given. I guess they were in favor of the doctors and the hospital. So it is Georgia. I mean, this is not Florida the way you think of Florida. This has the name Florida, but we get in Valdosta, Georgia news. I mean, there's no difference between here and Georgia, South Georgia. No, you're right. Absolutely right.
You see Florida, but no, you in South. This is no different than if you were in South Georgia. South Georgia is 60 miles away.
Yeah, that's what Dan also said at the time. If he went up to Georgia, it would be it wouldn't be any better. I remember him saying that a year ago.
Yeah, no, it comes down to y'all use your common sense. Like,
Well, Dan's working.
Yeah. No, I know he is. It's just, I just remember when I was sitting there, I look at Kate and I go, this is not good. She looks at me and she's like, and like, when she did that, I remember like, I was sitting there and I was like, I was writing on Post-it to Dan. And I'm like, holy, like I'm watching what's happening before my eyes. And I'm like, it went from a trial to Dateline.
Yeah.
Like it went to like, it turned into and it's funny, the commentary that I heard on the radio said was like, oh, she did a masterful performance. She made it out like a movie that you could see the whole progression, the whole case. No, it was a 2-hour Dateline special with autopsy photos that was left on the screen for minutes. The same photo was used multiple times. Like, why not just sit there for a half hour and just leave that as your backdrop? Why not? You don't have evidence to bring forward, so you can have everybody deal with these rich Jews from Miami that are crazy, and use your common sense. They hate you. They made it seem like we hated people in Tallahassee. Like, all right, now it's not only that I have to like you, like, yeah, they do have to like you. They sure as hell can't hate you. They were just told by Kaplan that we hate them. They hate the dot on the map on the way to civilization. Anyway. So
that's
so.
I think Janice has Aloha coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think we have to ask Janice. I think we have to stop at your house on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'll ask her what's a good time, because we have to go up to Fort Lauderdale on Saturday to see Sheriff. So as long as we're heading in that direction, try to take care of that. And
so you can come out of the safe room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's something that what's her name? That Anna gave Janice for me as bugs.
We already have that. What Anna gave Janice, that was bugs. We already have it here. We already have it here in our home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've taken that a different time.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think we got it.
Yeah, I got it.
We have everything here except, something that's bigger, right? Yeah. So we'll have to go up and get that. And
so.
Okay.
So I'm fine. I really am. I'm not. I think the thing that just got me was the countdown and thinking that everything was going great. So I realized it wasn't.
Well, you know what? It was. Until the end.
I don't even know if it was that long, to be honest with you. When the jury came in on Monday, one thing Dan said to me that he said the jury has usually made up their mind before the closing arguments. But I can honestly tell you, if anyone was on the fence, you just watched the 2-hour special Dateline. That was like a podcast. That was a podcast. That wasn't a trial. At the end.
interesting to me what you just said before that, though, that you're listening to this radio host, and he basically describes it the same way.
Yeah, no, he described it as a. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're clear.
Okay. He described it as it's like she put it together in a movie and put it all together with a timeline and let you see it. Like it felt like you were watching a movie when she was putting it together. And you know what? Like Dan brought up trial points. She just brought up a mound of cut and paste. He's buying his father a birthday present. Yeah, no shit. My dad's birthday is in 5 weeks. But that's not offered. What you offered is 11 months away. 5 weeks away now. But like she put a spin on every little thing, and it was nothing but a Kaplan spin. There was no evidence. It wasn't like they have something to say, oh look, he did it. It was like a Kaplan spin, and it was like cut and paste text messages. Well, he put kissy face. Like I use the kissy face emoji for everybody. There's no like, you know, it's you know, like, oh my God, he put a kissy face at the interview with that. I mean, did I not just say that to the guard who, like, bought me some food? Oh my God, you're amazing, thank you so much. Okay, so I really think she's amazing. She's her job, she has to open the hatch. Right. Like, it's just really like, but the fact that it was 12-0 tells you everything. And especially when Dan was saying that everything came in so well.
Yep. I mean, he wasn't crazy. He really wasn't crazy. It was.
He wasn't. This guy was saying, Charlie, I couldn't believe it. All the stuff that I was watching on TV, all of a sudden, all these commentators were like talking about how, you know, you never really put a defense witness on the stand. And she's like, everyone was saying you held your own.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it more than held your own.
You know, like I had an answer, but I explained everything. I held my own. Like I read text messages on Dan's iPhone afterwards. It was like, he's like, take a look what this person just sent me. I looked, and it's like, you know, he's in communication with everybody. And Dan's a closer. And I showed up on Monday, and it was like a Dateline special with it was a Dateline special with photos.
Give that a minute. Gary is back, so I'll talk to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was. Listen, at the end of that, they were going to get my dog.
What did you say?
I said they would have convicted my dog.
Oh. I know.
There's no one they wouldn't have convicted.
You know, it was the conviction was bad enough. It was the shock because that was not expected. It was absolutely unexpected.
You know, I mean, it was like, it wasn't even a consideration for them. They deliberated for 2.5 hours. I mean, she's calling a mound of evidence, cut and paste text messages that don't show anything. It's the same messages they had in 16 and they didn't arrest me. All this stuff they had in 16, and Willie Meggs came out and said, this is not evidence. If you arrest him with what you have here now, go get ready for your civil suit. No, but what he didn't have was 6 more years of media down in Tallahassee telling them we know what happened. No, you don't know what happened.
It's not.
They had 6 years of media hounding the story. They had people thinking that the kids are being kept from the Markells because we're evil, horrible people. How about the Markells are trying to get innocent people arrested and their kids taken from them? How about the irony is the only people that were trying to keep grandkids away from anybody was Danny. There's the Markells. That's the irony. So when they see the kids, they see them for an hour. They don't give them a hug or kiss. And they see them for an hour and they have no desire to see them again within the next year and a half. Okay, so they got their grandparents right. What do they do with it? Nothing.
No, they didn't. Well, that didn't come it's not going to matter because even if it passed in the Florida legislature, even if it did, which it did not, I mean, part of it did, but it did not, it has nothing to do with anything. It's still up to Wendy. It has nothing to do with them. Grandparents have no rights in this country. None. I want to go see grandchildren that a family member doesn't want to let me see. I have no right. None. Doesn't matter what's passed in the legislature.
What it is it's basically creating publicity. Listen, Ruth Markel spent more time in her book signing than she did with her grandkids, so she finally got to see it. That's the fact.
Yeah.
Way more time after sitting at her book signing talking to strangers than when she finally got a chance to talk to her grandkids. But nobody knows that. That's not you know what, that's not out. You know, I would have been nice if Wendy's like, yeah, they finally saw the grandkids, saw them for an hour, then he gave them a hug or a kiss, and they haven't had to see him since. That's the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. The truth. What happened?
Instead, when Wendy said that's unconstitutional,
Wait, hold on.
judge.
Hold, honey. Yeah, Charlie's on the phone.
Okay, Charlie got two messages came in. Hasselbrook says that the jail chief today, they should have my son on trial as his attorney.
Okay.
They should have. He said today won't work, but I have time tomorrow and most of next week. Looks pretty good.
Okay, so keep a note in your head tomorrow to give him a call.
Yeah, and the other thing is, our family lawyer Gary, I just got off the phone with him, and he said he's going to call Leon County
and register,
so you can call him also.
Okay, but I have to give him. Do you have Gary's number, Charlie? You have Gary's number?
I think I do. Yeah, 561-445-5098.
Hold on, Dad. Dad's checking it now. Give him a sec.
Oh, wait, no, I just said somewhere else. What do you have for his cell?
561-445-5098.
That's it. That's it.
561. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got it.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you got that. You got Hasselbrook tomorrow. Did Gary send the paperwork?
He's sending it right now. He has to get one other piece, and then he's sending it.
Okay. And you have to go downstairs and get it notarized.
Yeah, I will. It's on the
I know.
Yeah, I can tell.
Closing early, I know.
I don't know if they're closing early, but I waited. I can ask them. I was just right in the middle of doing
I know. There's a couple of things going on at the same time. That's all right.
Yeah.
All right, so that's good. That's good that you'll be able to call in with them, check it with them.
Yeah, this way.
Yeah, if there's anything I need to do or wrong, I'll Gary also.
That's right.
No, Mom, it was just a shock because everything, like as Dan said, everything had come in so well. It was like, it was put up to me and it said, well, it depends how you testify. To see, to see how it goes. He's like, I feel like I got you there, but we got to see how your testimony goes and then how your cross goes the next day. You know what, Mom? It didn't make a fucking difference in the world.
No, because your testimony was unbelievable and your cross was very good. There was nothing wrong there. So,
I mean, look at the cross. She tried to, and that's the one thing that Scott said to me. She said she was seeing a lot of positive things online because people were writing positive things. People were opening people's eyes. They were like, oh my God. They were saying like the defense attorney should never put the client on the stand. And there I was, like I was on the stand, I was doing a good job, and I was telling what happened. And you go ahead, and the next thing you know, it's you think you're being told that everything is great, you know, like, my head was, I hope we don't hang. Not, I hope we get a juror to let us hang. My thought was like, if we hang, I hate to have to do this again.
Yeah, of course.
But please don't let this be a hung jury. I mean, if we hang, I'm going to have to go through all this again in 60 days from now. I was worried about that, a little bit worried about it, but I'm like, you know what? I was saying to myself, you know what? I hope it's not like a 10-2, 11-1, but you got to get all 12. And if it's like 10-2, 11-1, they're still going to run it back a second time if we hang. They're not going to let this go. We're going to go through this all again, 60 days, 90 days, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, well, we end in November. We'll probably give it 60 days. They get bumped back a little bit. It hangs and you're going through this again in February. Like, man, that sucks. But hopefully we get in there and we should have a good verdict. I mean, it was like somebody had run the football back and there's a 1 yard line and they're about to score. That's what I felt like. And Dan's out to get the football and he's the awesome closer. And it really felt like the ball's back in his court. He's going to run it in from the 1 yard line and score. And we're good. And then Monday morning shows up. They must have worked on this from Friday afternoon till Sunday night.
Of course. Of course.
You know, there's so much that you wish that they
do it herself. For sure she did.
No. It was cut up page. It was, you didn't have to put the whole trial. You could just watch her closing. It's been like, this mountain of evidence. What's your mountain of evidence? My sister wrote a book. My mom sent some crazy emails that the things we never did in 2013.
Right.
Like, what does it have to do with me? And what happened? It just painted the picture of we hate you all. And like, the tie up the photos and you got a jury that's beating at the palm of your hand and saying, use your common sense. That's exactly what happened.
It's a third grade trial.
Yeah. What's that?
She made a third grade trial out of it.
Her summation was a bunch of lies.
I know.
So you summed it up by misstating the facts and saying, well, rely on your memory from the trial. No, don't rely from what you just saw the last 2 hours because it was a lie. Rely on how you felt from the trial. So I hate to tell you this, but the only thing people remembered when they went back in the jury room is what they just saw for 2.5 hours that morning. That's a mountain of evidence.
It's the best thing in the world to have the state who presents their case first end their case. It's supposed to be the defense ends their case.
What do you mean? It's not supposed to be like that.
Well, I know he says that's a very unfair system to do that because it's the defense that should be ending their case, not the state. The state opens, and then they can close, but then the defense should have one last opportunity. No, they don't do it that way.
So whatever Dan said, she was able to poo-poo his puzzle pieces. Here's this mountain. Yeah, you put a mountain of shit. Again, somebody who articulated all the things that are wrong with your case. Beyond a reasonable doubt, if you ask anybody who has any real feelings, you would be getting beyond a reasonable doubt. I mean, there's no other way that this could have possibly happened, no explanation to anything. What she said in her opening with me was that you have an explanation for everything. Okay, well, that right there is reasonable doubt to itself. If I can explain everything, then that's reasonable doubt. When
I
she
don't
said
think
that,
so. Yeah, I know. It made me crazy. Like, to the jurors not understand that if there's any possibility of anything else, it's doubt. That's what doubt is.
yeah,
It's another explanation.
it's not. Y'all use your common sense. If you think he's guilty, he's guilty. Well, I think that just on the surface, I mean, I think the Chiefs are going to win, beat the Dolphins. That's my common sense. Yeah. I think, Wendy showing up there is crazy. I think that's, my common sense tells me that's crazy. That ain't right, but that's actually what happened. So if you're asking someone, is it crazy if they don't think that happened under normal circumstances? I agree also. It's just that they did, and that's what happened. Like, is it crazy that you see the word TV got used? Absolutely. It doesn't mean that we were using TV as a code for murder. That's the thing. But it showed up 3 times, so your common sense tells you there's got to be something there. But you're not convicting someone on life because, like, what sounds good or what that the word was used 3 times. A TV repairman would have to be one of the worst alibis of all time. They cancel half the time, or they push you to bump you to the afternoon. I mean, how many times have you had a delivery with an appliance work and it gets moved or canceled?
Of course. All the time.
So she was setting it up. No, she didn't even set it up. Her mother set up the TV time.
That's right.
I mean, it did. Because you had the best buy under your name. You guys name. If you don't listen to the explanation, you're just running with it, jumping to conclusions. Using your common sense lets you jump to conclusions until you hear an explanation.
You don't jump to conclusions on a case like this. I mean, it's an outrage. It's beyond an outrage. That's criminal. What they did is criminal.
Yeah. And you know what? I hate to say it. I've said it 100 times. This is exactly what I anticipated. So I ain't surprised in the least. I'm surprised that I changed my mind along the way of what I was going to be looking at. I mean, I really thought I was going to get real jurors and take it really serious, and I thought a prosecutor would focus on the evidence at hand, not throw all these ambiguous facts in and make stuff up and twist stuff around. And I was naive. I'm sitting and listening to what my best friend said and said, one's not my best friend, and 2, I never said it.
Right.
But when you start packaging it up with what, quoting all these people, wow, we got all these people saying this stuff now. And look at who's saying it. Jeff McCoss, even Wendy, she threw Wendy's name out there, but I didn't remember Wendy saying it like that. She twisted her words around. It's like, even his own sister.
Yeah,
It was never said.
It was terrible.
I don't even remember the word she used, but I just remember whatever it was.
The same thing. It was the same thing when she was saying that. I looked at Dad and I went, "That's not true. That's not what happened."
But she said, even when his own sister was on the stand, we asked her, it's almost like she's using Wendy to back up her conviction that I'm guilty. That even his own sister said something along the line, whatever she said, Wendy said, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
But just making it so folksy and his sister, his best friend, his Jeff Lacoste, we got all these statements, this mountain of evidence, these text messages. What, because I said you're the best?
Yeah.
Wow. tell everybody I was in a relationship with for the next five months, when it was probably more like 5 days. Never saw her, hung out with her as my girlfriend again. So why is she saying 4 or 5 months to carry on a relationship?
Because she's lying. She's making up a story.
Yeah, Whitney's living with me. I'm not going on dates with Katie. I mean, the 17th was Whitney's birthday. We went to Puerto Rico.
I remember.
Yeah. Like, that was an amazing trip. You know, I wasn't dating Katie at the same time. Like, Katie was gone. Katie was gone that week. But, like, you're restating, you're making up lies, stating them as facts, putting together a Dateline special with the folks. Like, what the fuck did we even come up here for? I mean, think about it. The case came out perfect. All the people who have intelligent brains and watched it, you know, weren't all drinking the Kool-Aid. These people know a lot more than I do. And, you know, and they say, fantastic. Dan's so happy. We have a jury that was screened by Josh Dubin, so we were able to eliminate the bad ones. The problem was that there were no good ones. There were just ones that weren't as bad as the other ones that we got rid of. You know, I mean, we basically got rid of the, and some of these may have been as bad as the ones that we got rid of. You can't tell me that there's not a reason why the one guy that would have been a jury of my peers that was intelligent that I never would have convicted him. Because he understood the seriousness of y'all used to come.
Charlie, hold on. Charlie, hold on, because I'm texting with Dan. He'd like you to call him now. He's in the car for the next 30 minutes, okay? And you can call me back.
You got it. I'll call you. Bye.
Love you.
All right, bye.